And I feel like when we bring him out, we all gotta stand up, get the energy back up for him, right?
Yeah.
That only feels right.
No, let's get a good song going.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good one.
That's a great
This
song.
is a great song. One of my favorites, if not my favorite. All right, everyone.
All right, guys.
Welcome.
Wells. It's Wells.
To the show.
Wells Adams, everyone.
So kind enough to come.
What's up, everybody? You want to know something really funny?
Yeah.
So we did a Bachelor after show here, and I was right out there, and there were Bachelor fan ladies around me, and when they get overserved, they get a little handsy, and I swear someone oil checked me right there. And I remember turning to someone, I said, I need an adult, and no one helped me.
It's bringing back memories.
You're getting
Yeah, it's okay.
Are you excited about it or a little nervous?
Not right there, because that's where it happened. Where do I sit, right here?
Yeah, right there. We left it empty for you in memoriam to
Thank
remember
you.
what happened.
Yeah. So you can,
Well, Wells is here.
There.
We love Wells. Wells, do you remember coming on the podcast this time?
Where am I right now? If I'm being
show us
honest,
this?
when I complained about it the first time, it wasn't like being on a Zoom call podcast. I saw you guys are doing live shows,
Yeah.
and I was like, why aren't I getting invited to this stuff? And I get it, I don't have Tyler's chiseled jawline, and I don't have Joe's sauce or whatever the hell he's selling on Instagram. But I got something. I get people drunk on the beach every summer,
Yeah.
you know?
It pays off.
It does pay off.
It really
and
does.
now you're here for this will be your third time on Chicks in the Office. You don't remember the first time. The second one was great, and now you've made it to the live show.
We'll see how this one goes.
Yeah. Next up
There's
is
nowhere really to go
You
from
will
here.
be the third Chick in the Office after
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Right.
perfect.
The fourth step is just taking over the show.
Yeah.
Or just you and Trent do a little side. Maybe a little
I saw
side show.
Trent recently
I heard
and
people keep
fanboyed over
golfing,
him.
golfing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He and this just shows the kind of guy Trent is. He texted us and was like, I saw Wells and Ben. You were with Ben.
yeah.
He was like, two great guys. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like
Two stand-up
they're
guys.
like those guys are nice. We can chat. We can have a good
Did
conversation.
you go up to Trent or did he go up to you?
I went up to him because all the Barstool people were
Yes.
powwowing together, and I was like, "There's Trent right there." And I walked up to him and I was like, "Trent, what's up?" And it was like a weird thing where you've met people on Instagram, but you haven't met them in real life,
Yeah.
and so it was that awkward thing of I've actually never come in contact with you, but you are beautiful in person. I was
perfectly chiseled man.
yes,
Yeah.
just like Tyler Cameron's jawline,
Yeah.
and I was 7 transfusions in, so we were doing good.
You're
Yeah.
fucked up.
I heard you guys were talking about Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do 20 minutes on Harry Potter if you
So-
want, real quick.
So for me, it's it's my favorite thing ever growing up. She's never watched any of it. Rhett does not care for it at all. It was her idea. I didn't force it upon her.
Yeah.
She started the new year and said, I think it'd be a great idea if I watch all the movies for the first time and then we can talk about them and I'll break down how I feel about them. And we're five movies in. She's
Okay.
watched 5 movies. 2 movies have been released that everyone has actually listened to. But
Here's the problem that I'm having is that I'm watching the movies. I'm putting them on, and it's a lot to take in. So then I have to bring up Spark Notes after, and it's feeling a lot like school.
For me, then you turn into that asshole that's like, well, if you read the books, it would make a lot more
Right,
sense.
but there are some, and I'm not a reader, Fran is, there are some where I'm like, I guess this book would be interesting. I've thought about it.
I guess.
Well, so to give you the background for me, my fiance's dad is Dumbledore in the
His fiance is
Broadway
pretty cool, by
production.
the way, you guys.
Yeah.
You know, Sarah Adams.
So
I did
thank you,
actually.
yes.
I did actually know that. I don't know if I have seen Cursed Child and it is fantastic.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I went to the opening of Cursed Child on Broadway, and I had no idea what a Slytherin was or what anything was, and so then I went and read all the books as a 35-year-old
Yeah.
man. And then I had opinions about it as a 35-year-old man, and here's my one takeaway.
Don't break my heart, Wells.
Dumbledore is a bad guy. All right? He makes this poor kid every year almost fucking die. Every year he almost dies.
Honestly,
you're
though,
like,
you're
dude.
so right. This guy,
Yeah,
no, but
no
he
spoilers,
always
no
comes out on top.
No
And
spoilers,
that's
she's
also
only
the
watched 5
problem I have
movies.
with it.
Hey, jump on this broom and play this very dangerous game with dragons chasing you.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
What house are you? I can't believe we're talking about this.
Yeah, I'm
This
I'm
feel-
Gryffindor. I want to be Slytherin. Like in my heart, I want to be.
Yeah.
But I'm Gryffindor.
This
No.
feels very like, what's your sign?
Yes, exactly, right?
The house thing.
What's your house?
I apparently I'm so. I took a bunch of tests. I was Slytherin. Everyone thinks I'm Slytherin. People comment that all the time. Then you know what happened? We took a test together as like a group on different tabs on the computer.
fucked it up.
What happened
I
was
fucked it
it
up.
gave us all the same result because we all got Hufflepuff. There's
messed
no
it up.
way we're all Hufflepuff.
No.
There's just no way. No, it's
One of
good.
us probably is, but I the way
And
I did
if
it.
one
I
of us,
messed it
it's Noah.
You guys are Hufflepuff?
No,
up. I
Nerds.
personally think I'm a Ravenclaw.
you definitely are.
I think I am.
You
yeah,
are
as well.
Anyways,
Anyway, we can talk about something else now.
Sorry for derailing your podcast.
No, we're a lot
no,
of.
Fran was more than happy to
Honestly,
talk about
I
Harry
could
Potter.
do an entire live show on Harry Potter if
I'll
I really wanted
I'll
to.
just walk away.
All right, well, Wells, how are you feeling? What's going on? Have you been watching this season of The Bachelor? And if you are, let's talk about it. Thoughts?
Yeah, I watch the show because I got to know who my clients are.
Yeah, you gotta know who's going to the beach.
You know, I got to know.
Because you know a lot of these girls will be showing up to talk to you.
Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and say something that no one's gonna like to hear. Shanae is the best fucking thing that's happened in that season.
Listen,
Hands
but
down.
I know what you're saying because on the last episode, yes, she's brutal. Yes, we hate her. But did she put on an all-star performance? Yes.
Absolutely.
Like, do we want to watch the show and be bored and not have something like that happen? No, we need someone like Shanae, right?
Poor girl's got scoliosis because her back has got to be so bent from carrying this
Yeah.
show for us.
It's the Shanae show.
It is, and it's so
As she said.
good.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know. Hey, listen, I don't know where the boo came from, but let me tell you what's going to happen. Shanae is probably, I don't know what happens. I assume Shanae's not going to be long for the world in Clayton's life. And then she'll probably come to paradise.
Are you excited to meet her in paradise?
Absolutely. She's
Yeah.
going to walk down those stairs holding a platter of shrimp, and it's going to be
Absolutely.
mwah, chef's kiss,
Yeah.
be beautiful. And she's going to come down there, and everyone's going to hate her. And then what's going to happen? Come episode 12, Act 3, you guys are all going to be like, oh my God, she's totally redeemed herself. She's fallen in love with the other weirdo that we found. And everyone's going to love her. And that's what happens on Paradise. And that's why it's the best show, because it turns everyone around from being like
Yeah.
hated to loved. Thanks.
You're not going
Yeah.
to say it back?
Huh?
You're not going to say you love them back?
I don't know. He said Shanae and Kim. That's all I heard.
And then she said, love you.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
our-
Oh my
Oh, I love you
gosh.
too.
There
What's
you
your
go.
name?
Hard not to.
Whoa.
Hey, back off.
That's my fiance. Okay, I love you too.
All right, let's.
I heard you're gonna get married this year.
I hope so. We've postponed twice. So,
Good
That's
getting
everyone's
there?
favorite question, right?
Yeah, has to be.
The wedding plans?
well, yeah, I mean, like, barring another, like,
I just
global
watched she was just on
catastrophe.
Out,
I know.
right?
Yeah.
Yes,
I
that's
ho-
why
I
I
mean-
heard she was talking about it.
Yeah, the plan is that we're going to get married this year, but
Yeah, you never know. Yes, he's gonna do now. Now that you're so involved with the Bachelor franchise, and there has been, you know, could you host? Could you do this? Could you do that? Sans Sarah Hyland, do you think you could have been the Bachelor before you met her?
they talked to me about
Yeah.
it for a little bit. I don't know if I would have been very good. Because I think you have to have a little bit of, like, you got to be a little crazy, like a
Yeah.
little weird,
Yeah.
you know? And
I think that's right.
And I remember producers being like, I think you're too even keeled for this. Like, you're gonna make.
You have your head on straight.
Yeah,
You'll like
yeah.
hear,
It's not gonna
you'll,
work.
you'll
This is
see
like a
two
weird
girls
humble brag.
fighting
Yeah.
and be like,
well, it's like,
oh,
I'm a really
it
normal
sounds
guy,
bad.
and I'm
no,
really
no,
nice.
it really doesn't. It really doesn't
Well,
because
like,
it
so,
makes
like,
sense.
why-
You would be, you could easily decide which girl needs to go home?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also you'd be like, that girl's crazy. That's
Yeah.
not gonna work. Like you would be able to figure it out.
But I also probably would be like, we got to keep Shanae around because it
Yeah.
seems like she's just mixing stuff up.
yeah, you're
you
like,
know?
I don't
Yeah.
even like her, but like, let's have her for the show.
Yeah.
Because you would know it's good TV.
Absolutely.
But that's why you're good as the bartender. That's why we've been campaigning for you as the host, which we're like, somebody listening to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some folks from ABC
Yeah, I
here.
was just gonna
Alice.
say
That's
that.
what we
Oh,
would
there
like-
are?
Yeah, there are ABC folks here.
I
we
probably shouldn't have said some things.
No,
No,
we
it's
would
safe
like
here.
Wells
This is a safe
to
space.
be the host of Bachelor in Paradise.
Can
More
we
than
play
ever.
the preview for next week's episode of The Bachelor?
Oh, please do.
Yeah, it'll be down here.
I'm giving you everything. Don't me. Did you just play me this entire time? I need to get out of here. I had no idea this is what was gonna happen.
We got the last.
I've never felt peace like this before.
Rachel.
I'm so broken.
Okay, so obviously that was like the last 20 seconds, and it just also makes sense the fact that the entire theater just shook.
Yeah, my
At
feet
the-
were like...
that shows that the volume that they put in those teasers made this entire theater actually shake.
Clayton was broken because he didn't wear a hoodie underneath
As a
his
under-
Under the
blazer.
blazer.
jacket
I
in that
actually
scene.
don't hate that look.
you know what? I didn't hate that as much as a lot of people hated that.
I don't love it.
I don't hate it. I think me and you were like two people that were like, that's kind of cool.
It is funny though because like of course he has a stylist. It's there's a person there to help him, and yet it does seem like he's picking out his own clothes.
I think that I've talked about this a lot because I obviously know the stylist. He's
Yes.
a very nice guy named Kerry Fettman. He's wonderful, and he's styled me, which actually he hasn't done a great job with me on the beach too. I'm always in the same stupid thing.
Yes.
You wore those shoes at the last interview.
At where? At the Winter Games?
At the last interview we did.
You
They're
remember
good
that?
shoes.
Yeah, they are.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Why are you calling me out of my shoes?
Oh no, you
I
want to
don't
know why
even
she
know
remembers that? Is
no,
because we were in
remember I was in
slippers.
Oh yeah.
That's
We're
why
like,
I
oh
remember the
shit, this
shoe.
is embarrassing.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. You were in a good shoe.
Well,
Yeah.
I think the problem with Clayton is I think he's so big that I think it's hard
So-
to. I think
so
it's
big.
really hard to dress him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, remember the comment about his
Gotta
kids
shop for
looking
the big and
like
tall
they
store.
called him Shrek?
No.
I know it's a
No,
bad
no,
comment.
the men tell all. No, after the final rose. Yeah, after the final rose, after Michelle's season, when they announced Clayton and it was Caitlyn, and they were like, Clayton, come on down, and I'm gonna read all these mean tweets about you.
yeah.
And one of them was like, they're gonna look like Shrek's kids or
Like
something
you're-
like that.
yeah.
And
Said
it's,
Clayton's kids
it's
would look like
obviously not
Shrek.
very nice, but now every time somebody says like he's so big, I use that tweet. I'm like, yeah, he's like Shrek. And they shouldn't have teed that up for us because now I just call him Shrek.
That was a really mean bit that they.
That was
they
a really
pulled.
mean bit.
Hey, let's look at the worst part of the internet and put it on national TV,
Yeah.
and it's all honed at one guy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Clayton was like, all right, I think I get it. Like tears are falling from his
know.
eyes. He's sweating.
Yeah, it just comes and goes. 1 second it's like very anti-bullying. The next is like, let's read all these mean tweets about
Let's bully
Clayton.
the shit out of Clayton.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did.
What do you
but-
feel about Clayton? Have you met him?
I haven't.
Watching him, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't met him. I think he's doing actually a very good job. I think a lot of people.
Controversial take.
I know. I think he's doing a good job. I think he is teetering right now on the fence of like losing the house a little bit.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, there's so much you guys aren't seeing. We're seeing such a small snippet of, like, everything that's happened. So you have to give him, like, a little bit of rope. Because I think that there's probably been other stories that he's hearing. Like, just now, it looks like everyone's telling him how much Shanae is terrible.
Yeah.
It looks like that. And I imagine it's not 100% that, but I do think that he probably has a big decision coming up on, I guess, Monday night on ABC, 8, 7 Central.
Yeah.
They paid you for this.
Yeah. And I think that he probably does need to make a decision, because if not, I think a lot of women will be like, all right, if that's your thing, then maybe I'm not the right person for this.
right.
And it looks like he doesn't lose the house, because there's a lot of women crying in a lot of these teasers. So.
A lot of women crying, and there's this big moment that's been it's been a fake out more than once, right? Of who he's talking to when he says in that trailer, I was intimate with the both of you, and then there's
And
a
he's
lot
at
of girls
church.
crying.
They cut that part out.
We haven't
these
seen that
days.
part. It played at the beginning.
At the beginning of the season, they would play like,
It was like-
I was intimate with multiple of you, and then he would be like at church. And that was my favorite teaser ever, and they just stopped playing
Yeah, he
it.
was like kneeling in a pew alone.
Yeah.
To church.
Repenting his sins.
Who do you guys think is going to be the Bachelorette next?
Gabby.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know? You don't know she got sent home.
Yeah.
Or do you
No,
read
I
spoilers?
What do you
I-
know?
Yeah.
I would just guess
Do you
Gabby.
work with them?
No, because I don't think Clayton's got a good enough judgment.
Susie?
I don't think he's gonna pick Gabby.
What was the chick that was engaged before the show's name?
Sally.
Sal. I'm rooting for Sally.
Sally.
Bring her back. No,
Yeah.
she's going to paradise.
I want Sally and the former fiance there. We never saw him, but like he's involved.
So wasn't
How
there,
great would that be if they walked down together?
Yeah, wasn't there rumors that they were like they like got back together or something like that?
Yeah, they were
seen
they
together
were
at a
on
wedding.
group vacation
Yeah.
like 2
Don't
months
ruin
after she was
my-
I'm sorry.
Great
I
ideas here.
really didn't mean to tell you that, but we had to break the news to you.
Wells, when we were upstairs, we told you that perhaps Zac Efron was going to be
Yeah.
showing up
I
for the show.
can't believe that.
Well-
I will never stop
Okay,
holding
so
that
now
against Kelly
I want to
Martin.
ask you because you said you had a potentially good story. And
Wait, is Zach here?
no, he really is
No,
not.
he's
here.
not. He's
Are
Zac Efron is
Zach's
not.
people here?
Probably not. Also, probably not.
Okay, so this is the most name-droppy story ever.
Yes,
but,
perfect.
It just
Perfect.
That's
We're in
what we're
LA.
here for.
Yeah.
I haven't had enough name dropping.
It is what it is, all right? And also, like, recognize that, like, I realized my douchebaggery in all of this. And, like,
I already love the start of this story.
but so it was a couple years ago, we were in Atlanta for the Super Bowl. It was the worst Super Bowl
Naturally.
ever. Actually, your boss would disagree because the
Yeah.
Patriots won, but it was just like a boring game. And so we were there, and I was with my fiance, Sarah Hyland, and just in case.
First name
here's-
drop.
You
Yeah.
need- I need-
All right,
I need-
let's do a name drop
drop,
now.
yeah.
So we're at one. Sarah Hyland.
Well, I have to name drop it so it makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm there with her, and her best friend is Vanessa Hudgens,
Okay, two. We're at two name drops.
who's also there, who used to date Zac Efron.
Three. Zac Efron, who is not here.
He's not here. His people aren't here, apparently. Maybe. And so we are at, like, there's like a concert before the game, and Sarah, as a child, did a movie with Paul Rudd. So Paul Rudd's there. And so I'm hanging out with Vanessa, and Paul Rudd walks by, and both Vanessa and I are like, holy shit, there's Paul Rudd, right? Like, I think everyone's into Paul Rudd.
Yes. Yes.
He's the people's sexiest man alive.
Yes, he is. He's the Ant-Man. And so we both freak out. And so Sarah's like, I know him. He played my dad or something in a movie like when I was a kid, so I can introduce you guys. So we were like, cool. So she takes us to Paul Rudd, and we are talking. She's talking to him. And so I'm... This is the sidebar. Sarah is 5'1", brunette, tiny, pretty. Vanessa Hudgens is 5'1", brunette, pretty. Okay? So we walk up, and Sarah's talking to Paul Rudd, and they're chit-chatting, and it was going on too long. It was time to me to be introduced.
Yeah.
And so I needed to meet the Ant-Man. So I'm sitting there kind of rubbing, like, the lower back, pinching, like, an arm to be like, it's time to meet Paul Rudd for me, please. And all of a sudden, I get, like, a look like this, like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's Vanessa. And I have been rubbing Vanessa's back the entire time. And she's like, what are you doing? So then Sarah looks back, because I'm rubbing the wrong woman's back. And she's like, what are you doing? And I go, I don't know what I'm doing. Then Paul Rudd goes, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know. I just wanted to meet Ant-Man.
That's amazing.
Vanessa's like, hey, I don't know about this guy.
He's like, we definitely cannot introduce him to Paul
Yeah.
Rudd now.
He's like, he clearly has a thing for tiny brunette women.
Was Sarah mad at you?
No, not at all. So, like, the other part of the story is and I maybe shouldn't be telling this story, but whatever.
You're already in deep.
Yeah, you know. So when I think Zach and Vanessa were together, they were all like going to Coachella, and they were like in a bus or something, you know, and they were sitting next to one another in the bus. This is the way that I've heard the story, and same thing. Like Zach was like rubbing someone's leg, thinking it was Vanessa's leg, and Sarah was like, "What are you doing?" So then it was like the big joke that like I had done the exact same thing. So, oh my God, her ears are burning right now.
Oh.
Look.
She's calling.
I am on stage telling a story about when we met Paul Rudd. Am I in trouble? Are you watching this somewhere?
Zach's people let her know.
Let's hope something bad didn't happen first off.
He's putting the mic away. He's like, all right, wait, maybe I should have taken this phone
Tell
call.
everyone hi.
Like, you got to put it on speaker.
No, didn't work. I love you, bye.
Yeah.
She was like, you said you'd be home by now. Where are you? I thought for sure this is being broadcast somewhere, and she was like, dude, what are you telling this story for?
Babe, don't worry. I'm just talking about rubbing Vanessa Hudgens' back. I'll be home soon. Don't worry. That's an amazing story. And 4 name drops.
4.
4 names.
That was not as bad.
And
one of them is your fiance.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
And the other 3 are big. They're good name drops. They're not name drops you roll your eye at. You're like, yep, good thing you name dropped that one.
But anyways, I never got the picture with Paul Rudd.
Long story short.
So, Paul Rudd, if you see this somehow, do you want...
Some girl came up to us, I remember, and was like, can I get a selfie? And I was like, well, if Paul says it's okay. And then they took a selfie with us. And I remember being like, hey, DM that to me. And I never got it. So
if you're out
you're
there...
out there.
You're out there.
Yeah. You're like, if you got your airdrop on, just like
If
airdrop
you're out
it
there.
real quick.
That
That's
is
an amazing story.
All right.